Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's Michelle Silverman Bedell, the broker owner of Silverson's Realty. Today, I would like to speak about working with a realtor versus selling a home on your own. I think in today's market, there are many pros and cons of both. The market has been rather robust for the last several years. So some people may think, oh, I can sell a house on my own. I think they'll find out very quickly it's not that easy. And I think that one of the main reasons that a home buyer would do it or would be inclined to do it would be that they'd want to save on the fee. However, it's been known that many homes that sell by a realtor sell for more money than if you sell it privately. And I think at the end of the day, most owners would choose to sell a home using a realtor, using somebody who's experienced in the local market that the house is in. And I think one of the main reasons that you would sell a home on, that you would use a realtor to sell a home, is that the realtor could really explain the local market, what's doing in the market, how much competition there is currently in the local area, in a community, what homes are selling for. They could really price it correctly, and they also take the emotion out of selling a home. I think it's very psychological, and people are very attached to their dwelling and their properties, and especially if they're going through some transition, it becomes even more emotional, such as a divorce or a death, and they really want to sell their home. So they take the emotion out of it, and they really look at what the numbers are and what the values are in a particular area. In addition to pricing it hopefully correctly, so the homeowner would maximize their profit, they also will provide, they will help with decluttering and prepping a house for sale. It's very important to get the house ready for sale so it presents in the best possible light, right? That means decluttering, that means making small repairs, that means painting or just really sprucing the house up and decluttering it so it really shows in the best possible light. And if necessary, make, as I said before, any necessary repairs such as plumbing. Make sure you have proper lighting, not only inside the home, but also on the exterior, so people could see the house in all sorts of daylight and in the early evening. They also discuss the process of selling, right? That's very important that the homeowner understand the timeline from beginning to end, from before the house goes into contract to the time it goes into the contract to the time it closes. And in each area, it could be very different. It could be very local. So if you're buying a home in the Westchester in the New York area, you know from contract, you sign a contract to the time you close, it could be 45 to 60 days or more, depending on people's desire and for occupancy, when they want to close, when there be the buyer or the seller. It's very important to know any kind of contingencies when you're looking at multiple offers, right? There are many offers that will give you a great price, but it's subject to the sale of their property, for instance, or you don't see that much today, or maybe it will be a financing contingency, or they may say it's not subject to an appraisal. Often you'll see that, although it's inherent in the financing. In any event, some people will waive an inspection, or they'll say it's only for informational purposes. So when you're working with a realtor and you're looking at multiple offers, that realtor will help you decipher and really understand what all the offers mean, right? What the value is. You may not get the best price, but you'll get the best terms, and vice versa. So you really have to understand what the offers are and how it works into the seller's timeline if you're representing the seller, right? The homeowner. Maybe that homeowner needs more time to close. Maybe they need a quick closing, so they'll take maybe less money for somebody who's paying cash and can close quickly. So you have to really understand how the process works, and working with a really competent realtor can get you through the process with the least amount of angst and anxiety. Because I think selling a home, as we all know, we've all been through that, is a very time-consuming, and difficult process in many cases, and a very emotional process. So you want to kind of minimize the problems and minimize the amount of stress one has to go through to get to the goal, right? To get to the finish line. So if you have any questions, feel free to call me. It's Michelle Silverman Bedell from Silver Sons Realty. My number is 914-906-4376, or email me. Have a great day. Bye-bye.